Hello everyone, how are you feeling today? I feel quite anxious about today a few days ago. When my friend called me, she said, let's talk about our summer vacation. I said, don't talk to me until after the 17th of May. My friend said, why do you need to be afraid? You have been on the stage before and you enjoy it. Right. She is right. I have been on the stage before and I enjoy it. Why do I have to be afraid? So that moment changed. Instead of thinking about anxiety and fears, I remember the moment that I enjoyed the stage. I decided to switch to make this today as an enjoyable evening with you all. Hello everyone, I'm Susanna Chung. I have been in the field of art for 20 years, and I'm not an artist, but I think I'm an artist of my life. I care about creative living. I care about having a fulfilling life. I'm curious about life. I constantly ask myself about who am I, who do I want to be, and what more can I do to impact the world and others. To me, life is not something that we are taught, but something we learned through experience. I had multiple identities. As my full-time job, which I engaged for 20 years, I am leading an education department of a nonprofit organization, bringing contemporary education into the classroom in Hong Kong and also in different parts of Asia. I have been a life and career coach for 8 years, which I'm really glad to extend education to cultivate meaningful life. As a hobby, I'm a salsa dancer for 8 years and a flamenco dancer for 4 years, and I just had my first performance last year. Based on what I said, I'm sure you will know that seems 8 years ago is an important milestone to me. But before I start, I would really like to share with you about the job, the work, the career that I have been engaged in the past 20 years. How did I start? So this is the organization that I have been working since year 2000. But this have been keep renovated and evolved, which is called Asia Art Archive. It is a non-profit organization based in Hong Kong with international perspective, with the goal of keeping arts from our time in Hong Kong and in our region. So when I started, there was only 4 people. Now we have 40 people. This was the first year. This is how I look at year 2005. We started in year 2000, and I joined in year 2005. So being benefit, in working in a small organization, you basically can learn everything because you need to do everything. So we do, of course, I do programs, organize different events, and do office operation. But one of my key jobs is to organize this. This is our annual fundraising auction, in which a nonprofit organization is really need to do. So basically, I learned about doing this one thing in 6 months, in which I ask artists to donate a work to us, then I do delivery, framing of the work, then putting an auction catalog together, do marketing, promotion, and then selling the work to potential patrons, asking people to buy the tables, then we put an event together, and then afterwards, we get the money and we deliver to them. I find that 3 is a very special numbers in terms of learning. So if you think about your kindergarten, which is 3 years, primary degree, you have 3 years, primary and 3 years, senior and junior, and secondary as well. To me, as well, I think it takes 3 years to really embrace it. First year, I know what is fundraising. Second years, I know, I can do it very smoothly. The third years, I know, I can do it really well. Then when I reach my 3rd year, I ask myself, what is the meaning of my work? Who can get benefit from the money that I put all my time, 365 years, to dedicate to work on that? Who get benefit from that? So the organization I worked at that time is positioned itself as a research institution. It's an academic organization. However, through the exposure, I know that contemporary art is so close to our everyday life. It could talk about identity, it could question about what is the meaning of life. It is just around us today and also about our cities and about our place, our time. However, if I reflect my education, Most of the things that we are taught are from Western master. Like here you may notice that Picasso, Monet, Manet, Van Gogh. I mean, these are very common names that we know when we are in school. But just question, so why the thing that artists make the work around us, why that is not included in the education system in Hong Kong? And through more research, I know that there really lack of teaching resource and training. So that's why I really advocate to suggest the organization to start to devote in this area. I remember a vivid scene. These are my colleagues in a taxi. One of the colleagues said, Susanna, do you think we really need to handle these kids? We're a research institution. I said, yes, we need to. Then the journey continued. My colleagues get off the taxi. They also leave the organization. And my journey continued with this organization. Over the years, I have built a network of young people who can believe they are the agent of change through art. And I brought a mobile library project to different places in Asia, which include Vietnam, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, and Nepal. I developed programs for teachers so that they get confident to teach contemporary art into the classroom. Very recently, I extend our service to China and Central Asia. I think I'm lucky. I can start to locate my interests in a place that I think is really lacking and respond with my belief in serving the community with the unique service of the organization. While you can start the journey earlier, I feel that is a blessing, but at the same time, I could also become a very challenging experience because I don't have peers around me. People around me are all people who are much older than me. I really feel lack of the like-minded people. So at my 10th years of my working anniversary, I applied for a program, which is a leadership program in UK, which is called the Clore Leadership Programme. I find myself there and I connect with the people there. Here you can see there are people with diverse nationalities. So I'm one of the 2 people from Hong Kong, which is supported by Hong Kong Art Development Council. There are people from UK and also from different parts of the world. So there are different personalities there, introvert, extrovert, aging from 20 to 50s. But what is similar is that we all have a very unique story to tell. And these people always ask themselves who they want to be and also what difference can they make. This is a very luxury years because we are giving times to think about ourselves. Imagine how much time you have been given to study about yourself. So for this year, what we did is to think about ourselves and learn about ourselves. So the goal is to become an authentic leader. You don't have to be anyone else, but you just need to know your strength and know what you care, and then you just respond to it with what you have. And we spend times, days, nights, weeks, months to really exploring through peer and peer learning, mentorship, coaching, etc., all kind of programs. Then one day, we are brought to a garden, and then in which we are asked to pick a view that you think that speaks to you about your future. Then I walk inside the garden. I passed by and saw and noticed these kind of flowers who are competing with each other about the beauties and attention. Then I'm very much drawn by them. They're very little flowers, but they bloom, then grow, they blossom really as much as they can. Then I realized that what I want to see is to have more people who are able to bloom and success. Then later on, I know there is a career called coach, a life and career coach. Then I get in and then get trained, and then equipped with tools that I could really serve people, not only serving individual, but also having small nonprofit organization, make them understand who they are, who they want to be, see individual and organization as a whole, as an organism. I feel really glad and really fulfilling because I can extend my interest in education to really cultivating people's life in a more fully. I'm sure, based on what I said, you must know that I love my job, right? And I have a very fulfilling job life. I remember in the leadership program, one day a fellow come to speak to me. Susanna, for the whole week, every time you speak, it is about your workplace, nothing else. Wow. Then I said, yes, that is who I am. But who do I want to be? We are given an exercise during the journey in which we are asked to draw a timeline of your important life event and incident. And then we are also asked to mark the point that you feel confident and happy, basically the positive moment and also the negative moment, in which then we are asked to discover and what does it mean to you. Then I realized my first confidence moment was when I was in primary 1. And then when I'm in primary 1, I was dancing with, I was selected to perform with primary 4 students. This is really a great pride for a children because you can really show your, really a great pride when you are dancing with someone who is much senior. Then when I think about the future, first of all, I know I love people. When I die one day, I don't want to have boxes of files, piles of books all around me, but I want people to be around me. Second, I know I want to have a good health so that I can play and spend more time for the rest of my time, of my life. So that's why then I decided to start dancing, because dancing really made me feel, we depict this idea, this first moment of confidence. Then I also think clearly, how can I sustain it? So I opened the Google. I put Shanwan, which is my workplace. I put salsa, which is really popular at that time in the UK, that I can keep practicing, that I've just at dance class. So from then on, I really go into dance class. I remember in the highest level, I have been spending 70 hours a month while I'm having a full-time job to take salsa classes. There is certain, when you learn anything or everything, there's certain threshold you need to go. So that is the moment that you really need to put effort. Then afterwards, I really equip myself with skills. Then learning really expand our universe. Then with the salsa skills, then I could really go abroad and go to dancing to different festivals around the world. And during the COVID, I also think I don't want to be restricted, the limitation of not being allowed to do social dancing. So that's why I started learning flamenco, and then I had my first performance last year. Back to the topic of today, the power of intentionality. Intention is really important. As a coach, we always said, if you can articulate what you want, you will be able to move forward to it. I think I know many people, especially younger people, they sometimes, even older people or midlife people, many people say that, I don't really know what I want. However, I think it's important that you would know something. For example, let's say today is a Saturday. I really don't know where to go, but you ask yourself, I want some fresh air. I want a place that with just less people. Eventually, maybe you know that, I want to go outdoor. Then eventually you will know that you will go to Hong Kong Island. Eventually that you know that you can go to Repulse Bay or Sheol. Eventually you will be leading to that. So I think life is the same. Keep really spending time on yourself. Look at spending time to listen to yourself. Finding the flying moment. So flying moment is the moment that makes you feel living, feel alive. And then record it, almost like making an Excel sheet and inventory. Instead of doing the thing Excel sheet for your student, do an Excel sheet for yourself. Think about what are the moments in the past years that really make you feel flying. What are the moments that make you drag you down? Then focus on the thing that you really like, you really want to do. How is your refrigerator at home? Is it like this or that? I really like to share this refrigerator metaphor. From time to time, we need to clear our fridge. Otherwise, you don't know what is inside. You will keep buying the same thing, or then something is out of date, you don't know, right? If you clean up your fridge, one day when someone asks you, can you offer me a Caesar salad? Then you will know that, I can because I have lettuce, I have cheese, and I have ham. If you don't know what you have, then you have some rotted cheese, then some old ham, then you can really offer it. Similarly, for your life as well, you need to tidy up. Really try to think about what do you want and what do you don't want. What do you like? What do you don't like? What is your strength? What is your weakness? Eventually, you have a clearer ideas about your life, just like as a fringe. Then one day when you're given an opportunity, no matter a job opportunity, a life opportunity, or a love opportunity, you will know that whether you take it or not, because you understand yourself, whether that opportunity can fit you and whether you can respond to it. Speak to yourself daily. It's very easy. Start with what I asked you today. Hey, Susanna, how are you feeling today? Is there anything you want? Oh, today is so hot. I want some ice cream. Try to feed yourself with what you want. Try to respond to yourself with tiny things. Then yourself will be more likely, more willing to talk to you more frequently. Then you will know what are the moments that is the flying moment. I really like this book. This is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This is the book I read the most when I was in university time, in which it said, when you want something, all the universe will conspire in helping you to achieve it. To me, I really think if you really know something you want, you will, not only you go for it, you will find that all the universe, all the people around you just coincidentally helping you to move direct that, because the energy, your thoughts are all going into that. Life is not about what we are taught, but about what we learned. So I have been sharing with you some of my learning experience. In fact, originally I want to say no to this talk because this is my birthday weekend. I really want to spend time to enjoy my life. However, I find that this talk really aligns with my bigger mission and vision in my life. I really want to inspire more people through some of the life experience. As I have finished my 20th years anniversary at this organization, I just imagine, let's say if I have 20 years more in this field of work or in the world of career when I'm still working, what more can I do in make a difference? Thank you.